I'm Rick Sang. I'm director of ProKicker.com and the Ray Guy Kicking Academy. The punting position is one of the most under-coached positions in all football. It's an athletic skill that just takes 1.4 seconds to perform, and every time the athlete performs this skill, 40 yards of field position is amassed. In 25 years, we have conducted camps across the United States, teaching and studying the best punters in the game of football and even learning from great legends like Ray Guy. And through our experiences, we have learned 10 steps that we know that will work and help you, the coach, teach these fundamentals and develop a punter. First thing we're going to talk about is field alignment. As the punter jogs onto the football field, he already knows the purpose of the punt and where he's going to direct the flight of the ball. When he comes out onto the football field, he needs to be at a certain depth. In high school, it's 13 yards approximately. In college and professional, it's 15 yards. Once he gets to that depth, and he's got to make sure that his punting foot is in line with the ball or directly right down the center's crotch. Next, we're going to talk about stance and body position. Once the punter's aligned, he's got to get in a proper stance. And one of the simplest ways we always hear in football, you want to get in a feet shoulder width. Well, actually, as a punter needs to have his feet a little more narrower than shoulder width. And a good way to say it, you could have his feet right under his armpits. That'd be a good guide right there. Next thing, you want to make sure his feet are a little bit staggered with his non-punting foot slightly forward, a little bit staggered. He's going to have a slight flex in his knees. He's going to be bent slightly at the waist. He's going to have a little forward body lean to abet the forward motion as he receives the snap. He's going to have his arms relaxed to the side. He's going to have his eyes focused toward the snapper, toward the ball. Now, if we turn him around to the side, you can see this from the side position where you can actually see the forward body lean, and that just basically, that puts him in great position when the ball comes, and we'll talk about that just in a second, but when the ball comes, he's already in position to receive the snap. Now we're going to talk about receiving the snap. And once the punter, he's aligned, he's in his proper stance, he's going to receive the snap, and what we coach our snappers is make sure they snap the ball to the hip thigh area of the punter. The hip thigh area. You want to make sure that's a great location for the ball. The punter doesn't have to go down. It's just right there naturally where he's going to be catching the football and placing it. He's also going to have his body is leaning forward. He is also, when the ball comes, his arms are relaxed to the side. And this is a very important point because a lot of young punters are coached. They're coached to have their arms out to signal that they're ready for the snap. And we coach the punters that when the snapper has his hands on the football, the punter is ready. So we want the arms relaxed to the side because you don't want to develop tension in the shoulders. You want them relaxed. You don't see receivers running down the football field with their arms outstretched. So punters have their arms relaxed to the side. They're athletes. When the ball comes, the first movement, what they're going to do, their eyes are focused on the ball, and as soon as the ball comes, they're going to be leaning. The first initial move is they're going to be leaning to the football to meet the snap, or moving to meet the snap, but you will definitely see a lean in a punter leaning as the ball comes. Let's do a couple more. I tell you what, Dwayne, if you'll move up just about 5, this way he will actually have time to lean. That ball's on him real quick. Just as the ball comes, actually when you're filming a punter for his technique, a lot of times you can identify